I see you shiver with anticipation.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Shinigami Tabris, and we're going to be playing some Valheim. We might not play a lot of it tonight. We might swap over to something else later. Corb's not feeling good, so it's just going to be me for a little bit. And I think I'm going to use that time to go scouting. Last we left off in this game, we're trying to get the totems to summon Yoggoth, or however the hell you say his name. It was the last boss before the Mistlands update. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue our getting everything updated. I think most of it's already maxed out. Okay, some of our weapons still need to be upgraded. Wait. Where's the sword? Oh, that's maxed out. Okay. Ooh. It's still... I don't get what's going on. This game is so low maintenance, and it's basically bogging down for some reason. I don't know what's going on. There's so much going on inside. Oh my gosh. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead, we're going to start with getting our barley and flax pulled and replanted. And then, let's look at the map. I gotta find some more villages / camps to hit up. So I guess we're going south? It looks like there was one over here. Yeah, there's planes over here as well. Um, but yeah, we're gonna attempt to get the location of some places so that me and Corb can. I might attempt to do some raids by myself. Come on, game. But no, tonight is gonna be a very relaxed night. When it comes to this game, I was originally thinking we were gonna like heavy hit and do a lot of raiding, but then Corb didn't inform me he wasn't feeling good till here recently, and he's like, I think I caught something from my kids, which is very possible. So okay, so we're supposed to get 160 out of both of them, so it's supposed to be 80. See, I don't get. Flax is so, like. It's wishy washy compared to the turnips and everything else. Because the turnips and all. Like, why is this one? It's just as far away as that one from everything else, but it's saying it's not far enough away. This one I get, okay. This one maybe. But the one just makes no sense to me. Okay, got two more. Okay. Do 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 do. Do I have any? Nope. Okay. I don't get where the encoding problem is. This game has less going on it than like Modern Warfare and stuff like that, and I don't have encoding problems with them that I do with this. Oop. Forgot to, let's get away from the base. Of course. What are these? Never seen this red bush before. It just dawned on me. Some of my stuff's reset. Let's get out of the, That's part of the problem. Somehow some of my settings got changed. I was like, what in the world is up? Graphics. Okay, that should have fixed a lot of it. Oh, it did. Did I not hit accept? Yeah, I didn't hit save. There we go. That should bring that encoding back up. I was like, why does it look like the grass hasn't been cut in like 13 years? That's because normally, and that's the reason I didn't recognize, I was like, what the heck's this pink plant? Those I never see because I don't run grass. Which was something, forget who I was watching, but somebody made a comment about the fact that if you're having trouble getting like mushrooms and some of the other plant life that you need to get in the game, that if you cut off vegetation, it leaves basically the plant life that you do interact with. So in this instance, So like mushrooms or like these cloudberries here. So it made sense to me when I read it and I was like, oh yeah, that does make sense. And it helps with your encoding because like it pulls down how much your CPU uses. So like every one of these plants that you can see, I can cut down for something or so forth. Or like here's the cloudberries again, so you can pick those to feed to your to the what are these things called? It's whatever the big creature is. Try to play skirt the outpost. Because I know that outpost is there. Going on to the fjord. There's actually a board game called Fjords. It's a tile placement game where you're basically making these fjords. And based on how many of them you get, or how many fjords you make, depends on like your points. There's something else like points for like. Oop. Yep. Something's going on over there. Oh, hello. I got lucky, I could still make that jump. Really? Prince'll okay? The heck just killed this from a distance? Oh, Skelly. Get rid of the rock and the resin. Because the meat's good, the trophies. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I was about to say, like, man, that, creature is pretty close to my, base. The big guys. That's because it is in my base. Hey, Cursed Kitty. It's going pretty good. Had hockey today. I'm a little sore. Knee is a bit busted up. But other than that, not too bad. Oh, it has been forever since I've been over here, like actually doing stuff. Let's see here. Okay, let's look at the map. Okay, so that we've checked out. That's Black Forest. So I got down here to check out. I don't play. I officiate. But then I did play when I was younger. It's to me. I mean, I love it. I grew up with it. I started when I was like 3, 4, somewhere around there. So to me, it's like just another day of playing a sport. But I get where some people are intimidated. Oh, the puppy's amazing. He's somewhere around here. I think my girlfriend finally got him in bed. He randomly decides to just like be a hellion, which that's puppies. Earlier this week, he had 2 of the nights that we were out and about. That basically he stayed up with me, where he was just bound and determined to stay awake. Like every time I tried to take him to the bedroom to go to sleep, he's like, "No, I don't wanna." So we just let him stay awake and like run around. And all he did was, because he's not allowed in this room with all the computer and all the really expensive equipment, because I've got like my guitars in here, which all of them are worth quite a bit. The fact that I was a touring musician for a little while, so it is they're pretty pennies, and so he's not allowed in this room, and because of that, we've got like baby gates up so that he can sit outside and see me. And yeah, I was a touring bass player and guitarist, mostly bass. I've played for a couple of different bands, like local bands, some bigger name. But when I lived up in Nashville, I did a lot of touring. I play everything from like metal, country, and regular rock. My preference is rock and metal, but what the best way to word it, and it's the way that you always word it if you are a true touring musician, is if you're willing to pay me, I'm willing to learn it. And I know that it sucks. Some people are like, that's horrible, but it is very true of like, if you are willing to pay, I will like, I'll learn whatever song you throw at me. And because of that, most of it, and when I say I was touring, I didn't do a lot of covers because it was all stuff that was the bands were all well established. So they had enough songs of their own that we were like, I never had to learn. I had to learn their songs. So I have a bunch of people that think that I'm a horrible musician because I don't know covers, and I'm like, look, it's one thing. I get that. Covers are definitely a different breed of things, but that's part of the problem. Is like if you actually tour a lot, you don't necessarily learn a cover song. Um, so like I used to have, and I could still probably like. It might take me a second to pick them out, figure out the tune again, but I used to be real, you know, something new. People are like, "Oh, that's cool," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's so and so song," and they're like, "Oh, I thought that was something original." I'm like, "No, I wish it was." My original songs don't do that well. Oh, I don't want to be in the crossfire of the ooze monster. Fuck you. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to deal with this thing. Oh shit. I'm dead. Oh, I saw where it said every Leonard Skinnerd. Yeah. And see, that there is one of the like I think I can maybe pick out a little bit of Sweet Home, and that's only because I know a couple of bands. Whenever they would go to Alabama, they'd be like, "We got to play something for them to like make everybody happy," and I'm like, "Really?" So like, Sweet Home Alabama became that like joke song, and it's that joke song that like you go to Alabama, you play it. Um, and it doesn't matter if you play like a little bit of it or what. all it takes is a little bit, and everybody's super excited, and you know nobody says anything to you. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Tennessee's Rocky Top. You were very correct. Oh, Rocky Top, Tennessee. And again, you don't have to learn the whole song. You just have to learn just enough that everybody will like, yeah, and then you can transition to your own song. So this becomes the fun part when doing this like scouting trip shit that I'm doing. Is now that I've died, I'm gonna have 2 sets of armor on me as I'm trying to pick up the old armor and everything. And it will be like pick up the armor and everything and run. But I gotta make sure I have. I'm probably gonna end up leaving something behind, and I don't know what it's gonna be. But it's probably gonna be like deer meat or something like that. Look, mushrooms. I really need those, but. I have a Pembroke Welsh Corgi. So it's the red sable with a little bit of with the dock tail and the short stubby legs. That where the heck did I die at? Oh my gosh, I'm a lot further away from than I thought I was. Okay, there's that. I was going towards that. I'm hoping that the tar monster has left my dead body. Shit. Well, my body also flew a little bit. Ow. Nice. No, 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 no. What the heck? Yeah, I know. So our D&D stream will be hopefully this Thursday. Um, we had last Thursday I, we had planned on it, and then one of our players, their manager called and like had to have them coming in. So that wow, I got 2 furling trophies in. And because of that, it became one of those like um, wonderful. Well, between that, so that was we were debating on canceling slash maybe playing something else, and then the next thing that happened was my girlfriend babysat for one of her good friends because the kids couldn't go to daycare because they had like a small cough, and that's what we were told was it was just a cough. Later that day, after she picked her kids back up, she goes, "Oh, by the way, the doctor called. They have the flu," and we were like, "Motherfucker!" So, not wanting to get everyone else sick, we canceled so that because if we were like if we did have the flu, we didn't want to endanger everybody else of catching it. So luckily, neither of us. It's been basically half a week, and neither of us are showing any like symptoms. So I'm hoping for the best, but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I love the death. And they're not just big old mosquitoes. They're called death mosquitoes. Love it. Which give me when you kill them, you take their nose, which is a giant needle. Is this thing up here? And we can turn them into really good arrows. Okay, making the trek back to the base. And see, this is the problem with like. Basically, I'm going solo, and I have to trek about. I should be bringing a spare portal with me so that I can slash make little hubs as I'm traveling to explore. That's how I've explored over half of the map that I have explored, and I haven't. It's such a minute fraction of the world. But basically, what I do is I carry like my little portals with me, and as like when it starts getting dark, like right now, I find a little spot, make a temporary base, throw up a portal back to the house, sleep. Rinse, repeat. I forget, do I have... I do not have an upgraded furnace here. What do I need to make that? Crafting. I can hear my puppy barking. I need an artesian table. Starting off, yes, I plan to see the D&D movie. That's going to be a fun one. Second, is the map big? So right now I'm here. And that's the world. All of the gray I have not explored. And you can see how minute of a territory. Now, I will give this game very good dibs on they add multiple bosses throughout the game and multiple versions of it. So like we have the elder, the one we killed is here. And then later on we found this guy down here. So they do make it to where, like, say you spawn in this part of the world, there will be like the different bosses somewhere around you. We just got lucky that like our spawn was, let's see here, where's the spawn? Spawn is here. Our spawn was mid-map basically. And the first boss is there, which we went and made our base close to it and in this bay. And then the second boss was the Elder, which we did this one. The third boss was this guy. And the fourth boss is here. Which is why I have this base that I'm at currently. And then the fifth boss is this one here, which we haven't defeated yet. And then from there, there's a new boss that is part of the Mistlands. Let's see here, do I have any Mistlands? Yeah, so I marked it here where there's Mistland. And that was all brought in at the end of 2022. It might have been the beginning of 2023 that they added the Mistland stuff. But me and Corb have not beat this boss yet. We're still trying to find the items we need to summon him. Which is part of the reason I'm doing the scouting missions. Is what we need. I'm at the main base. Is at these camps or villages. I've named them both. You can fight creatures. What are the? It's the furlings, which are the goblin. I call them goblins because they look very much like a goblin. The only NPCs are monsters. Oh, wait. No. So the NPCs actually came out in the Mistlands, and there's one other NPC that you could come across prior to the Mistlands coming out. And let's see here. He was... I need to put my gear back where it was. Wait. Pants. Where's my pants? There they are. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, and 7. And he is, they call him the Trader. Not traitor, trader. Let's see here. Ironland, Snow, Trader. So I made a little base right outside of his base, so that whenever I wanted to come and buy stuff, I could. So he's got, see the bubble there? You can't be attacked while in the bubble. But it's Haldor. And he takes gold, so whenever you keep finding gold, that's what you use it for. For the fishing bait, fishing rod. I don't know. The Ymir flesh is used for specific armor and stuff. The Yule hat is just decorative. This Diverger circlet was the one that we really wanted. Basically, it becomes it's like a mining helmet where you have a light from your forehead, and then this here, the Meganjord, it was the number one reason to come to, and gives you extra carry weight. But yeah, so you can see we made like a little proximity of safety to even get to his little thing. Yes. So that's part of the reason I typically portal back at night and sleep. Is at night you have more creatures that spawn, whether it's the Loxes. Actually, the Loxes don't spawn more often, but you do get Drogers, which are like giant swamp creatures. You definitely have a ton of skeletons that pop up. These guys pop up all the time, the Grey Dwarfs, and you find more of the Brutes and the Shamans at night than you do the regular Grey Dwarfs. And then a lot of Fuelings spawn at night. The other things that spawn at night... Let's see here. Is these Ulves. ULVs. They're almost like werewolves. And then wolves, of course, spawn... A ton of wolves spawn at night. But the wolves and the wolves are only in the mountains. Basically, each region has its own monster, and certain monsters spawn more frequent at night than they do during the day. But let's see here. I need to... It goes there. So what's going on? Okay. Oh, it just hit dawn, didn't it? Yep. So you can't sleep during the day. Luckily, your characters don't have to sleep. You just get bonuses for sleeping. Or resting. So, if you notice in the top corner next to the fire, it says resting comfort 15. As long as you have that, you then get a rested bonus. Yes, you do have to eat. So your health and your stamina are based off of what you eat. So in the bottom corner, you see the three things that are flashing right now. Those are the food that I have currently eaten, and they last for another 6 minutes. One of them lasts for another 11. And that's the reason my health is 141, but as they diminish through my body. Like you saw, I just lost a tick of health. And my stamina is 127 right now, but it can go higher. So as you progress through the game, like this is an old food. Actually, that's one of the better foods. That's not old. That's we got lucky and got that early. See, it does 80 health, 26 stamina. It does 4 ticks of health every. I think it's every 3 seconds you get 4 HP, and it lasts for 30 minutes. Whereas something like this, it's 33 health, 33 stamina, 3 ticks of health. Both of those are pretty good. Cooked wolf meat, that's pretty good. Cooked fish is pretty decent. So a lot of our lower processed food is gone. We've eaten it. But like the starting foods are like berries, berries and mushrooms and boar meat and deer meat. And what we use the meat now for is stews. Oh, here's a good example. Boar meat. It does 30 health and 10 stamina with 2 ticks of food. Or health. 35 health, 12 stamina, 2 ticks. Whereas now I'm basically eating stuff like this, which is like 65-21, 75-24, 23-70. Diminish using big old words. Yeah, I use my quarter words that I got from college. Let's go to university. I paid a ton of money for it, so let's use those big O words that I paid for occasionally. Yeah, so your diet does matter in this game. And it's not that it really matters as much as it, like, if you're not using the right stuff, you will die faster in certain regions. So in the game, you do eventually start. You have to do, so like right now, this is barley that I'm planting. And this is flax up here. Flax we use to make thread. And then barley is for right like that, barley flour. Which then we can turn into pies, bread, and so forth. You can make honey if you have beehives. Which you can also make mead, and meads in the game are like potions, where they'll heal you, or so like I've got this mead here in my inventory, which is a minor healing mead, so it heals you 50 health pretty quickly. And then this one is a poison resistance. They also have frost resistance and a bunch of other stuff. So like, it's not getting drunk as much as making like a potion that will help you in the game. Let's see here. Honey goes where? So like here's different berries with honey. These are all fruits that you can plant, or not fruits, but vegetables. So we got carrots, turnips, and onions. And then you can find thistle and dandelion, along with, do we have any mushrooms? Yeah. There's red and yellow mushrooms, and then there's also entrails and blood bags to make like blood pudding. Entrails you use to make sausage. Yeah, so here we go. I'm about to lose 2 of my foods. And when I do, I'll go ahead and eat again. And we'll go back out on another scouting trip. So, you also know none of the creatures can jump. Some of them can fly, but they can't jump. So stuff like this where you're like, oh, you can easily jump over it. Yes, we can easily jump over it. No other creature can. 6, 5, 4. Let's go ahead and eat. The game also has forging, so like you actually, yeah, exactly. There's not really a dull moment. Like it seems dull. Like planting crops that can be a little boring because it just takes time. So you don't necessarily skin them. Let's see here. Where's a boar? Come here. So when you kill him, he produces boar meat and scrap leather. Deer produce deer hide, which is a higher end leather, and deer meat. And then, so these are my monsters that I have tamed. So some creatures can be tamed. Wolves, boar can be tamed, and you can breed them. And then these are my loxes that I've tamed. We can kill them, and if we kill them, they do produce meat and a skin, just like everything else, but it's lox meat and lox hide. But what we're using them for is defense, and they also can be used. You can, when they're tamed, you can put a saddle on them and ride them. I don't like riding them around because they don't attack on their own if you have a saddle on them. So like they're better as like a keep them around your base to defend your base. So like this guy I want to say is one of my, we'll see pretty quickly. Yeah, he's tamed. So he's been killing things, like he wanders around outside the base, killing anything that gets close to it. Those guys across the waterway are not tamed. And if I get close to them, they'll try to attack me. But like you have to make your own, you have to forge, you have to find iron and copper and tin. So you use copper to make copper weapons. Tin and copper together make bronze to make bronze weapons. Iron to make iron weapons. And we've now started, silver to make silvered weapons. And we're now doing what is called black metal, which I don't know what it's supposed to represent. But black metal is the new, that's what this sword is, which is pretty cool because it's got like a little sheen to it and whatnot. It's like a greenish black metal. But this is what we're trying to do, is we need to get, what is it, 1, 2, 3, we need 5. God dang it. Where are you at? But we need 5 of these totems to summon. This is where you summon the last boss, or the 5th boss. So to tame a creature, depending on what creature it is, you have to know what it likes to eat. And basically, you just, feed it. and stay near it, and eventually it'll like you. But you can't stay too close to most of them because they are all hostile. So like all boar are hostile, but boar like carrots. So like what you do is you like build a small pen, and you throw some carrots in them, and you let it the you sit near the pen, but not close enough that they can see you or that they're bothered by you, and just they eventually grow accustomed to you, and then you can do whatever you want. Which then you can actually breed them, so there are male and female. Um, so you can breed them and make more. And any of them that you breed are instantly tamed. So that's how we have so many loxes at our base. Is we bred most of them. We tamed like 2 or 3, and then expanded from there. Okay, have we done this? Is this base empty? Gotta get close enough. Okay, we finished this base. Chest is empty, chest is empty, empty. Okay, so we did fully rate that one. And just to point things out, I'm currently wearing some of the better armor in the game. So I don't take as much damage from these guys. When we first came into this region, Jesus, every time we got hit by one of these, it basically took half our health away. But we have slowly been leveling everything up. Again, it is the like, so it's a lot of grinding. So when you breed them, they actually come out as babies, and then you have to let them grow up. And just growing up is just feeding them and keeping them safe. They are quicker to kill, so like if some other creature can get to them, they will kill them. And they are easier to kill as babies than they are as adults. Okay, so we're about to hit more swamplands down here. That's a good thing and a bad thing, because we can use the swamplands. I absolutely love the wolves. Let me I'll start making my way back to my main base. That's where I've got the wolves. Our wolves and pigs are kept at our main base. Our loxes are at this base here because this base is we don't have the plains anywhere near our base, so there's no easy way to get the loxes back to our main base. So they stay at this new base that we have. And originally this new base was just supposed to be like a little like what's the best way to word it? It's like an outpost originally, and then it became a base. Ooh, that's a yes, that's what I needed. There's a camp across the way. Excellent. Map. We got a tar pit right there. And I can take a camp by myself. I've actually done it once before. It's just very tedious. Because these guys hit like trucks. And basically a camp has about 10 to 15 of those guys, plus two giant ogres. Is the best word for them. And the ogres, if the furlings hit like trucks, the ogres are like a freight train trying to hit you. They've also introduced fishing into the game. You're being mean mugged by your 3-month-old. I gotcha. If you don't have time to sit while I run back to base, I get it. I can show you. Whoa, crap! Tar pit. No. No, 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 no. See me. Ooh, little. What is this? Nope. Crap. Tarp. So the problem with the tar growths, if you hadn't noticed, whenever they hit you, they slow you down. So they make it harder for you to run or do anything. And they actually, whenever they hit you, if they hit you directly, they actually push you away from them. And that's why they are like horrible creatures, because you've got to get close up to kill them. And every time they hit you, they throw you backwards. So you're just, it's this like trying to run towards them when they can actually jump pretty far away to keep you from hitting them. And each time they hit you, it just slows you down even more. It's a fun, vicious cycle. We're about to hit nighttime in the game. Actually, I think we have hit nighttime. Yep, we have. I think that's a tar pit I'm running towards. So I have the music down for myself. The music actually tells you whether it's nighttime or not. Used to, I could tell that it was night because when nightfall hit, it would say you were cold. And the reason it would say you were cold is when nighttime hits, it's colder. This game seems like a lot of fun and grindy, like, kind of like Ark. Yes, it is very much. It is Ark. An Ark derivative is the way to look at it. Where Ark deals with dinosaurs, this game is Viking based, and you have Vikings and stuff like that, and their mythology. Ooh, I got a tar growth trophy. Nice. Okay. Everything else I'll take back with me. Oh, except this. That can stay. Oh, I'm hearing something attack my base. Okay. I'm still hearing the combat. They might be fighting other things. That's the other problem, is like, I can hear combat going on. Yeah. Where is it? Something was attacking the board, because the board was already frightened before I... Yeah, so you can see combat going on down there. That's a shaman of some sort. Okay, so you can hear combat going on, and it's not necessarily fighting your base, like attacking your base, but at the same time it might be. So it's one of those you have to go out and check. But normally things are not aggro unless you are visible. They are very much like a T-Rex. If they can't see you, you can't see them, and they ignore you. Okay, let's go back to the main base. We'll take a nap, and then I'll show you my wolf den, which probably need to... I don't know if I have food and everything to feed them and try to get puppies or not. Do. Sleep. Once they become... all the monsters will attack each other. So, like, skeletons don't like anything. The wolves don't like anything that's not other wolves, and so forth. But the animals do know which creatures are yours. So, like, if you have wolves and pigs that are both tame, they won't attack each other. So here's where, like, all of this stuff that's glittering out here, this is where creatures have been fighting outside of my base and slaughtering each other. So I can come out and, like, pick up the remnants and see I've made myself a little moat, and you can see down there where a dude, he's moving around. He's stuck in the moat. But yeah, so there is inner fighting in the game. Yeah, I made the moat. It took forever to make it, which is why it doesn't have water throughout all of it yet, is I haven't dug it deep enough. See, the water stops here. To have the water continue. But I could care less. This is my village, and like originally that's what this was supposed to be, is our village for like the whole game takes place at this village, and then we found out that that's not going to happen. So we have, in the dead center of the village is the longhouse, where me and Corb sleep, who also originally was our, like, it's where we make food and keep stuff and fire and whatnot. Over here, this is our beehive slash meadery, so you go in here and we have fermenters to make meads, which it looks like our poison resistance is done. I can make, I think it's 80 honey at a time. So like if I harvest the honey, it's 80 honey. This was our blacksmith. So we got 2 smelters for iron. Well, iron, bronze, silver. 2 kilns to make coal to run the smelters. And then in here we've got our forge and all of its tools needed. And then we had like small chest area of items to keep here. To build, we have somebody a small shack if they wanted to play the game with us. This was our original boat dock, which houses smaller boats. There are 3 different boat sizes. And I built every one of these items. Like, Corb did not do any building. He might help me build, but, like, I was the one that would set up the design, and he would, just help, like, fill it out. So, like, if it needed, I would lay out the blueprint, and he would help lay floor. Or help throw up the roof after I had already set everything else up. Then this is our large boathouse with one of our large boats. This is our treasure room. This is like a storage shed. So, like, it's just I have not finished it. but each one of these little pockets is supposed to have a chest. This is our cookhouse, farmhouse. So down here is strictly cooking. Upstairs is again, if somebody wanted to join us, there's a whole building for you to live in. This is our farmhouse. We do have a friend that lives here, my friend Tristan. He doesn't get on the game that often, but on the back end of it, we have the farm, which does turnips, onions, and carrots. So this is the turnip section. Here's the onion section. Over here is our carrots. And then basically he has in here a workbench to build stuff and a small forge to keep the cultivator running. Excess stuff. So going across from our farmhouse, this is the pig shed. Or barn. So we got a couple of boars. And then in here we have our butcher knife so that we can slaughter our boars and get meat and leather from them. Because once they're tame, you can actually do damage to them with a normal weapon. So it is, you have to have a butcher's knife to butcher them. And then this is our kennel. Hi, buddies. None of them are named. They are all just wolf. Because they are all babies that have grown up. This is our breeding pen for wolves. Because you have to keep them so far away from each other. We have Jesse and James. And P and Ta. Pita. Do I have anything? Oh, I do have. I have boar meat to throw. Oh, I need 2 boar meat, though, to... Let's go kill some, I won't kill boars. I'll go kill some deer. So that I can, raise a cub for you real quick. Yep. Yep, you got the joke. You got the joke there. Oh, no! Go away. Okay, where... Oh, I have no room for deer meat if I wanted to do this anyways. Ooh, come here. Come here. Oh. Need to eat anyways. Food, food, food. Now I got room for deer meat. Raspberries. Where's the deer? Normally there's a ton of deer in this little thicket just north of our base. So my bow is, what is the name of it? It is a Droger Fang. Dark wood strung with glistening sinew and a vicious thing. It, shoots poison arrows. But it's, anything silver So, like, I have some silvered weapons, but the silvered weapons typically glow or have a look of glowing to them. But it was one of those where, like, it's... Okay, now I got enough boar meat to feed. Ooh, I hear a deer. Where is he at? So you can see the pollen moving in the air. Right now it's moving left to right on me. That's the wind. And the wind actually changes. And animals can, and other creatures can smell you. So in the game, you have to pay attention to that, because if you're downwind, where the wind blows your scent to them, like this guy, he can actually notice you before you get there. And see, I intentionally missed to piss him off, to show you the fact that they have that little exclamation moment tells them that you're there. Boars don't like people, so they'll still rush at people. Deer will run from you. This game's like it's part of the reason I loved Ark when it first came out. I got mad at Ark because I was an alpha and beta tester, and they deleted my alpha stuff. Like, I had full on bases and everything, and they deleted the server that I was on, saying the alpha stuff can't be carried over. And it's like, yes, it can be. There's nothing wrong with trying to carry the alpha stuff over. You just don't want to. And when they deleted it, I basically stopped playing, because I had given the alpha / beta, like, I don't know how many years of my life. And you cut it off, and yeah. Where's that deer? I hear it. So here's sneaking. So right now I have nothing that can see me. So I've got like a standard crosshair. Every time as you're moving around sneaking, it takes up stamina. If something sees me, it'll become a small eyeball to let me know that I'm visible. I'll take the mushrooms while I'm here, since I have space for them. So this is one of those where I said you can creature. This is how you know that creatures can sense you or see you before, because of downwindness. This is how you can really tell, is as you're sneaking along, all of a sudden that eyeball will open up, and like, you would think nothing could see you, and what it is they don't actually see you, but they sense you. So they're then semi-aware, and they're sort of looking for you. Don't see the deer anymore. Or hear it. But the meadows, that's where I'm at now. Oh, there we go. I hear him again. It's the first biome. So, like, it's the most chill biome. I love running through the meadows in the game. It's just woods and plains with deer, boar, and some of those, the graylings, which early on they seem like they're hard, but they become like just a nuisance of, oh, I have to kill you, otherwise you're just gonna run around like at me the whole time. I hate them so much for that. I wish the game... There's the deer. So I'm going to intentionally let him see me so that you can see that... There is a couple of zombie games that have a smell mechanic in them. So that you can see what the eyeball looks like. So as I get closer, see right here, I'm getting pretty close. He doesn't know I'm here because I'm sneaking up on him. And my sneak's actually pretty... This actually has a skill tree, which I'll pull that up. Yeah, there you go. My sneak is only an 8, but it's not bad. 8's better than 0 and 1s and whatnot. You can see what we do the most, which is run. Let's see, I'm still pretty close to this deer, and it doesn't care. And he will... See how the eye opened up? He's like, wait. What does this game not have? A lot of things. But it does have a lot. Like, it is a very good survival game if you like survival games. And that's the best way to word it, is a survival game. There are random raids on your base. So if you... I don't know if I'll have one or not, but if you stick around your base long enough, monsters will raid. Right now, the main things that raid my base are trolls, bats, and skeletons. I think that's right. Oop. Close the gate. Stand here. Pull up food. Toss 2 things of food to the puppers. Eat, eat. So we had the hearts pop up, which means that Jesse is now with Pooper, and we'll produce a pupper in a little bit, and we'll do the same for you guys. Come on, find the food, you jackasses. Food. Get out of the way, Ta. Let P get to the food. You piece of crap, move. There we go. Now they gotta follow. We might not get a cub from them. So, boar, whenever you have boar, the only way you can maneuver your boar around in the game is you have to actually, like, come up to him, like this guy, and sort of push him. You can pet him, but he doesn't do anything. He's like, yeah, I like you, but that's it. Wolves, on the other hand, give me you, come on. When you pet them, they start to follow you. You pet them again, they stay. So you can have a pack following you, which I absolutely love. I've actually had all of these wolves at one point following me around. And because they are hostile to every other creature in the area that's not tame to me, it is just hilarious because all of a sudden, like, a couple of them will split off and kill a deer, and a couple will split off and kill boars, skeletons, whatever, and they're just murdering things. And then they come back. So we're gonna go sit at the base, because sitting over here gives us enough, we're close enough to the puppers that they will breed and eventually put out a puppy, a cub. But yeah, so this game has fishing, has cooking, has a large tech tree, And then during Christmas, they give you Christmas items, which I don't ever take down because they actually help you in the game, having them around you. Same with Halloween, so we got a jack-o'-lantern. And then for the summer, they have the maypoles for the May. So this is the maypole. But basically every one of them gives you something, having it close to your base or in your base. So do you have to dig worms to fish? No. So the way that that works, your first set of worms, I don't know if I have the worms in here or not. Let's see. Oh no. No. Okay, so my worms and all are... My worms and my fishing pole are somewhere else. I don't know where they are. I'll have to... It's probably the other base. It's nighttime. I can hear the music. Oh, wait. My fishing stuff might be at the dock. Now that I think about it. Yep, there we go. So the pink fishing bait you purchase from the trader along with the fishing rod. So I bought a lot of it. And it's your first bait. This dead trolls in the forest often attract a fish or two. Speed up the process with this bait. So this is designed to fish in a certain area, and what you do is you have to use a fish from another territory along with something else to make it. So I want to say this was like a troll head and another type of fish to make this bait. So it's basically like making chum. And all of your bait from that point forward, other than the standard fishing bait, which is you purchase, all the other bait is made from a fish that you catch in the region beforehand. So like the game's very region based. So you start off in the meadows. From the meadows you go to the Black Forest. From the Black Forest you go to the swamps. From the swamp you go to the mountains. The mountains to the plains, and then the plains to the mistlands. So it's the same with your bait. Your meadows fish make bait for the Black Forest. The Black Forest fish make bait for the... there are no water in the mountains, so the Black Forest fish make bait for the swamps. The swamp fish make bait for the plains, and the plains fish make bait not for the mistlands, for the ocean. The ocean also has like giant sea serpents and a bunch of other things that come out of it. But like here's all of our different bosses. So this is the like first boss. Wait, what boss is this? This is Bone Mass. Oh, this is the Elder. This is Motor, which is a dragon. This is the new boss, which we don't have a base that goes straight to a thing that goes to him. And then this is my exploring. So like this will take me somewhere over the rainbow. This goes to our monuments, the trader. This one, we changed the name of it. Right now it takes me to Snow 2. So if I pull up the map, there's a base on here called Snow 2. Where is Snow 2 at? There's Snow 3. Tower base. There's Snow 1. Snow 2's gotta be... There it is. The Explore one, that's all the way out here. That's Explore. I have E2. E2's out here. Explore 2. Here's Explore 3. It is when you... That's... Some of them I renamed to something because it's very... it makes sense to name it to, like, Trader, because the Trader's there. Some of them, like I said, they go out to the boss. We have little villages, like Portsmouth is one of our villages. Let's see here. Ironland is one of our villages, and the reason this village exists is so that we can come out here and collect iron from all of these dungeons. So New World, this was supposed to be our new base, like starting the whole new world, and then we found out that this is a pretty small island because this here is the water, this here is water, and so forth. I think that's water. Oh no, that's mountains. But oh, that's what it was. We got down here into this plains, and it was like, nope, you need to come over here for the boss. And we were like, well, shite. So yeah. At least the game tells you, like, there's little things that will, as you're going through the game, it'll tell you where the bosses are. So, Eichthar is the quickest one to find. And he's the easiest to find because at the monument there's a thing that will take you to this to the first one, the closest one, and then there's others that you can find through other ways. But then as you're traveling through the Black Forest, which that's this like plains, getting into the Black Forest, this darker area is Black Forest, which has pine trees and fir trees and stuff. You'll find little, what we've got marked as dungeons. Going through one of them will tell you where the boss is, which had sent us here. And then we found swamps, and this dungeon told us that the boss... Actually, no, we didn't find the boss from that one. Where did we find the boss? We came over here. There's a couple of dungeons we did here, which we removed because they're clear, like they have nothing left in them. These are the ones we haven't done. I want to say we did one of these, and it was like, yeah, the boss is over here, and we were like, well, guess where we're going. So we sailed around this to find this area, and then I was trying to, because we were setting sail from Portsmouth, I was like, I want to mark out our whole territory. Since we'd already done, we started from here, sailed around here to this, and then sailed up here, and then across, and then like it told us we had to come up here. I was like, I want to know what our island looks like. So I sailed the rest of this island. And as I was sailing here, I made a stop, and I just got lucky that I found the trader. And it is, when you get close to him, it pops up on the map, showing you the little bag. And it was, as soon as I made landfall here, it popped up that he was there. And I was like, ooh! So, like, we went and looked for him. This waterway, I sailed down, and I started to sail this way, and then I saw these like little islands down here and got sidetracked. We did a little bit of like sailing around here, and this was early on in the game, so I was scared to death. So we came back, and I was like, okay, so our base is like this way, using the map, trying to figure out which way to go. So that's the reason this is cut in. And then we sailed around. But most of the time when we have to sail across, we're going through the rivers, though. And manipulating the boats through the rivers are a pain in the ass. Because they are pretty, tight waterways. Ocean travel is very much more prevalent for the boat, especially for this big boat. This thing is a monstrosity trying to get through the river. And as you can see, this game is designed to have, I think it's 10 players at one time on one server. And you can play it like me and Corb do, where we are friendly. We work together. And intentionally work together. You can also play it, let's see here. Pull up my menu of building. Where you are not friendly. And if you are not friendly, you have to start building these wards. Basically, you put a ward around your building to keep other players from opening the doors and just coming in. They can still destroy your buildings if they feel like attacking you as a person, and stealing from you. But we play very friendly because, like, basically anybody who's on this is our private server. Anybody who's on the server has asked to join. They know us. We like have talked to them about the fact that this server is private. Blah 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 blah. So that's where the boats come into play. Is you can have 10 players. Well, you can have 5 on one team and 5 on another, or some crap like that. But getting into river movement, this is where I'm talking about. So this is the river, and here's my moat cutting up through there. Pull it off pull the water out of the river. And see, I started to build a bridge across the river, but we needed to get the boats through, so we busted up the center. I've been trying to come back over here and rebuild the bridge and make it taller so that the boats can go through it and I can leave the bridge up. But you see how narrow this is? And this is actually still a wide point of the river. You can see, oh, those are bad guys in the water. That's the necks, the frog-like people or lizard people swimming around. It might also be fish in the water, because you can... Yeah, see, there's a fish right there. Where my cursor's at. But yeah, this is one of my favorite, like... I call it my chill game. And it is the, like, you sit back, chill, relax. Don't worry about too much. Lots of mushrooms, lots of mushrooms. I need mushrooms for some of the food items that we have to cook. I think we're good on raspberries and cooking. So when I built the moat, this is one of our main exits. This exit goes to the east. So I built the little bridge to go over it so that we didn't have to like worry about anything. But our northern exit, which is our... Ooh, hold on. Puppies. I think I just heard one. Yay! We got a wolf cub. There we go. Look at the cubby. Such a cute little poppers. Wait, do we have a cub over here too? We do! So they let me know that I have a cub. Hi, buddy. Such a cute little pupper. Anyways, digging the moat, I was intelligent enough that my northern exit, which is my main exit, the moat actually comes to a stop and gives us like a wide berth. So this is basically the only real way to attack us. And then it starts back on the other side, and see, we got water all the way up here. So the water up here tells me that the tide brought that water up here. But yeah, like we've got... And then to our... There's no exit to the west, and then to the south, the only way in is via the water. So we made it to where we're defendable, if need be, but like I said, we're not playing PvP anyways, so... Don't see a growth trophy area, so... Oh, let's get rid of that and put this here. Because hard antler is only available from killing a certain creature, and we're not going to go kill that creature anytime soon. So we'll move the hard antler to the storage rooms. Might have to move bone over there. Are we full on bone? No. Let's go ahead and grab some more bone to take with us. Same goes with leather scraps. Deer hide. Put that in our storage shed. So there's certain items you definitely get more of, but then we spend more time in certain biomes. And the other problem we had was, at one point, our best foods came from the deer and yeah. From deer and boar. Not to mention, when we were raising all of our wolves, we needed tons of deer meat and boar meat to raise the wolves and the boar. So we were slaughtering boars left and right to make space for them. Yeah, so everything else in my pockets can go back to the new base. Doop, 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 doop. Rock. Let's make charcoal. Away the meats. Mushroom. Mushroom. So yeah, so here's a good example of. So I've been using this sword. You can see here the little white line is its durability. So it's at 72%, and we just repair it. Oop. Now it's back to 100. So actually, items can break as you're using them. So that's something else you have to pay attention to while you're out and about in the world. Ooh. Yeah. It is 1 o'clock. It is time for me to call it a night. So, let me get my character back to the main base. Because I always start off at the main base. I could care less about what else is going on in the world in the game. Let's see if it's time, if my character can sleep. I think it's still too early in the day. Nope, there we go. Let's pick out a day. What day number are we on? Ooh, this is taking a little while. Good morning. World saved. 549. Let's go with number 4. Because I don't read that one that often, I don't think. I want to thank everybody for coming out and watching tonight. Curse Kitty, thank you so much for being in chat and keeping me company. For all of you that are lurking, thank you guys so much for your time. And if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much. You're all wonderful, and I love you all. If you're new to the late night streams, we end all the late night streams with a page from Go the Fuck to Sleep. Tonight's page number 4. The wind whispers soft through the grass, hun. The field mice, they make not a peep. It's been 38 minutes already. Jesus Christ, what the fuck. Go to sleep. I'm Shinigami Tavris. I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you are. And until next time, everyone, peace.